Hey and good morning. This is the Crypto Investar Podcast. Welcome back. My name is Daniel Leinhardt. Today's episode is one of those conversations that look complicated on the surface, but when you truly understand it, it changes how you see crypto completely. Because for the longest time, we thought crypto was here to replace banks, right? We actually thought crypto was here to fight the system. But what if that was never the real end game? What if the real future is integration? Today I'm looking at something amazing where TROPTIONS and Crown Industry Loan Company are merging cash and crypto. And when I looked at this press release from TROPTIONS, I was really like, okay, these guys are seriously developing something amazing. So TROPTIONS is having a strong partnership with a company called Crown Industry Loan, providing loans, structured loans, within the blockchain ecosystems. So it is happening. The real future is integration. I just feel like breaking down something that is really very important. And that is the idea of businesses that will soon use cash and crypto together. I want to look at the rise of tokenization and real world assets and why this shift could completely change global finance. And I feel like explaining it in the simplest way possible, not complicated English, and just real life understanding. Allow me to simplify everything just in one statement. The final world is building a system where you don't choose between cash and crypto. I'm talking about a final world, a financial world with financial concepts. So you do not need to choose whether to use crypto or use cash, but you can use both here. Yeah, that's it. So for many years, we had two separate worlds. We had the banking system. Okay? We had the banking system, which we described as slow, a system with a lot of paperwork, a system with a lot of regulations. That is the banking system. So we also had another one for the .com era that we described as fast. That is the crypto system, the crypto world. We described it as fast, very fast. We described it as the digital system. We also described it as the decentralized, peer-to-peer, person-to-person, no central governance. So these two worlds did not trust each other. The banks thought crypto was nothing and they would stay here forever. The crypto system came with a lot of pride that we are replacing the banks. Remember those 2015, 16, crypto is here replacing the banks if you're unbanked and if you're banked. So they were fighting each other. Banks fighting crypto, crypto fighting banks. But now, they are starting to actually connect. The banking system wants to connect with the crypto system. And this is what TROPTIONS is trying to build. And once they connect, money is going to start moving differently. I feel like bringing it back home here for easy understanding. Okay, so imagine you want to buy a small factory here in Uganda. You want to buy a small factory, right? Right now, what happens? Want to buy a small factory? You go to a bank and they ask for documents. They verify everything. It takes weeks or even months of verifications and getting things ready. Verifying where the factory is, how much it is making, evaluating this and that. It could take you weeks or some few months. I want you now to system where part of the money comes from the bank. Where part of the money comes from the bank. Part of the money comes from crypto investors. And everything is verified digitally. So we're having 80% of the money coming from crypto investors online, buying into the asset. And we also have 20% of the money coming from your bank. Everything is then verified digitally, and the deal closes very fast. That's what I'm talking about. And this is the future we are entering with the TROPTIONS and Crown industry. Okay, so it's like buying land using mobile money. Then you also top up bank loan and also top up crypto, all in one transaction, making a full transaction. I feel like talking about this as we shall all understand it, because it is a universal problem. If you've ever tried bank transfer, if you've ever tried Western Union, if you've ever tried any international payment, you already know the struggle. That one, the fees are extremely high, the time is slow, the processing time is really slow, and delays everywhere, verifications and all that. Now I want you to imagine a Ugandan businessman wants to import goods from China, but instead of waiting for 5 days, the payment is processed almost instantly using a mix of bank and also blockchain systems. That would really be amazing. So it is faster, it is cheaper, it is more transparent. That is what is being built here. And once this works at scale, global trade completely changes. By the way, today I was trying to look at some numbers from the digital assets that are available now. Actually, this very week that we are introduced, I was looking at a company called All Unity Euro with the total asset value of over 700,000 US dollars, priced at $1, and it has some good buyers, holders. 34 people are holding into All Unity Euro. I was also looking at other assets. I was looking at Backed Micro Strategy Corporation. I was looking at Diverse Fixed Income and all that, and it seems something really amazing is building up. So we are talking about the tokenization industry that is as big as $27.65 billion that being the asset volume. And this is amazing. So tokenization is actually breaking things down simply. So now you can own a business, and right now if you want investment, you go to a few rich people, or you go to a bank. But with tokenization, your business is divided into digital shares. People around the world can invest. And I'm really so eager to invest in a few businesses using TROPTIONS Unity. To a few businesses and shares and digital points that are going to be available on Quantum Exchange, which I expect it's going to be really amazing and an experience. And I'll be here sharing reviews, what I think about that, what I've done, what I've not done, and why, of course with experts, which is going to be amazing. So even small amounts with tokenization, people can invest. So with tokenization, it's like turning your business into something that people can buy, shares or on the stock market, but now here digitally. You can think about things like real estate, things like factories, things like music, things like movies, people buying shares into that using crypto. And it is going to be happening at Quantum Exchange using TROPTIONS Unity tokens to buy into these shares. So everything is now becoming investable digitally. And that is not a theory anymore, but it is now being practical. And that's where things are going. When you talk about loans, when you go to a bank, they ask for collateral, they ask for land, they ask for cars, they ask for assets. But the problem, verification takes time. Documents can be fake. Processes are actually slow. But now imagine that your land title is digital, that your asset is verified instantly, that there's no paperwork delays. And that is what blockchain is bringing. So it removes trust issues because everything can be verified in real time. Look at industries, look at film, look at music, manufacturing. They all need funding. But funding is always limited. Now imagine that a movie producer needs money, but instead of going to a few investors, thousands of people globally can fund that movie digitally. That is the same with clothing brands, with factories, with startups, with company shares. So basically this is a global capital and it is becoming accessible. Now the biggest mindset change that I think we all need to understand is that crypto is not replacing banks, but they are simply merging. Let me say that again. They are merging. So the future is not whether cash versus crypto, whether crypto versus cash, but the future is cash and crypto. Cash plus crypto, all working together. And that is where the real power comes from. Now let's be honest. This is not something that will happen overnight. Okay. These systems can take time to be built. There are delays, there will be failures, and yes, there will be hype. But just don't listen to announcements, but it is worth watching execution. And that is what I'm actually yet to experience. Watch Troptions Unity happen, Quantum Exchange happen. How are they going to execute this? Because it is really worth it to watch the real adoption. It is really worth it to watch the real use cases happen. And that's where the truth is. Let me leave you with this. We are moving from a world of speculation into a world of real value, real assets, real businesses, real money. And crypto is now entering that world, not as a replacement, but as an upgrade. So you understand this early, you position yourself early and differently. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure that you share it with somebody who still thinks crypto is just hype, because things are now changing and most people still don't see it yet. My name is Daniel Leinhardt, and this is the Crypto Investar Podcast. Keep listening, keep making research, and keep alert.